God willing, it'll last at least until lunch. God willing, nothing will go arse up. Godwin! Godwin! Greetings, Henry! Greetings, lad! Greetings! Are you playing it? What are you doing? Today, I'm going to bed earlier. I'm as weary as hell. Good day, Father. Good evening! Good evening, Father. Good evening, Henry! All right, I can't complain. Good morning! Good morning, Henry! I keep thinking it's a wonder you don't drop all this shit. You're not the youngest after all. I'll be glad if there's no fuck-ups today. I hope we get duck today. I've had it up to here with beef. I reckon bugger all's gonna happen for the rest of the day. Oh well. It's pissing down again. Pouring again. As I say, arse against the wall. How are things, Henry? I'm gonna have a nip of schnapps before going to bed. Aye, but I'm sure that stone would hit me right between the eyes. One simple rule. Don't wade through shit, lad. If only it wasn't pissing down. Henry! Aye, to hell with it, eh? Aye. Uphill on 2 feet, downhill on your ass, eh? Aye, like someone poured a bucket of fresh pig innards on you, my boy. Aye, I haven't dreamt about anything for a long time. There's mashed peas for lunch, so where are you going in this rain? Where are you off to so early, Henry? Every day, like this one. When it's raining, it's best to take cover under the eaves. When it's raining, I'm glad to have a roof above my head. I suppose I'm getting older, but fuck camping on wet nights. Quiet evening, hey? It's raining cats and dogs. Better than you, I reckon. You stink like an old goat. You're in a hurry, eh? Things on his mind, it seems. You're a bit done in, eh? Did someone die or what? Sometimes the greatest good luck is not getting what you want. Well, we've got food to eat. Things could be worse. Oh well, you can fall into shit sometimes, but you better get back on your feet fast. It's pissing down nicely, eh? Has Lady Fortune deserted you? A blessed day with no fuck-ups. I wonder if I shouldn't just say to hell with it all. I'm going to call it a day. Morning and already pissing down. Says a man who threw up over his parish dignitaries. You creep up on a fella like death, lad. I hope it'll last until evening. Bad day? Are you going to see some damsel? All spruced up like that? Tell me now, what did you get all spruced up for? I almost envy you. I'm fine. But you need a bath, lad. Worthy father? Worthy father, you attract fuck-ups like a dung heap attracts flies. Whenever it's raining, I wonder if God didn't decide to flush us out of this world like shit from a courtyard. In trouble again, are you? Bloody rain again. Greetings to you! But now, if people didn't stare at my scar all the time, I wouldn't even know about it. No thanks. I said no.
Catherine, God in heaven, will you shut up already? Someone will hear us. Quiet. Very wise.
Good work. That'll be helpful for our cavalry. That's good news. That's not good. Good luck. Hinek, what did you find out?
Once I shout, we'll pounce on them.
The cavalry from the second group are ready.
We have to prepare for the arrival of those reinforcements from the castle.
Well, there's nothing to be done about it. We'll just have to torch whatever we can in the village. Great! So, to the task. Your men are mustered at the gate, so go and join them.
Excellent. Hide and wait for me to give the signal. Let's keep our cool. No hasty steps. Don't torch any more houses, got it? It has to look like an ordinary fire.
I'd rather we didn't attract too much attention. Is there anything we can do for him? All right, we better get to work. We've got to sort out our equipment and take care of the wounded.
Good. Let them run. How's it looking, Hinek?
It's extremely dangerous. How many do we have?
Corva! A fucking bloody night. For nothing.
Forget about it. Aren't we making a mistake? In pairs at most.
Exactly. Our main task still awaits.
We'll split into smaller groups and spread out around the town walls. We'll wait there until morning and then trickle in from all directions. We'll leave in the evening. We'll get closer to the town under the cover of night.
We will, you'll see. They'll come to put the fire out, and we'll ambush them. Right, gentlemen. I think it's clear to all of you what a shitty fucking mess we're in. We were caught off guard at Rabosh.
Fuck! Everyone, hide! But orders have to be obeyed, noble or not. We could get in a lot of trouble otherwise. What's going on? Who? Do what you need to, and next time, you'll do your duty without mouthing off. Got it? Kubienka will be happy. He's bored out of his mind here, which is actually a good thing. Damn it, Henry, what's the matter with you? Can't you take this seriously? They'll be talking about this raid of ours 1,000 years from now. If we live to tell the tale, that is. That's right, Henry. You're a quick learner. Why wouldn't it? A good plan and a good crew. What could go wrong? I'll go and see how we're doing. Then we'll start pulling our people back towards the passageway. All the silver must be taken to Rutard Palace. We have wagons there that'll take us to Colleen. Finally, the changing of the guard. Once we're all there, Dry Devil will detonate the powder keg and collapse the passageway behind us. He said he wouldn't mind staying. I have a feeling he doesn't really want to go into the passageway. That's what I call clean work, Henry. Clean work. Good. You're not running off this time. Go and take Kubienka's place.
Why do you think I've got anything to do with that fucking traitor?
Godwin, no! I told you nothing, you whoreson!
Kiss my ass. Sleep sweetly while you can. Go to hell.
And the devil's capable. Of anything, really. And if the devil and his band have racked up some debts, it could get a hell of a lot more complicated. In the meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. And I have to admit, the best as well, as my eye can testify. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon. Maybe I should throw you in the same cell with that pair.
On the way, you can tell me your long story from the camp. Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcements. To the task, then. What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
Still a long way to go. Shall we speed up? Hinek's not alone. He has the devil's pack.
By the way, who's that fella over there? The one who fought on our side?
If you say so. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
And another thing.
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. In that case, he'd be better off staying in captivity, if it comes to that.
So go and fucking ask him, would you? Now that he knows about us, he could pose a threat.
Why wouldn't he be? He's the Lord of Perkstein. He's of no use to them dead. I'll have you know, these two greenhorns came with Otto von Bergov's army to conquer this fortress. And they were the most dogged of all his men. I have a feeling that's just one chapter in your colored history. Am I right? Stay close. The devil doesn't know you, but he should recognize me, even like this, unless he's too drunk. Did I hear correctly that you're a priest? You don't look the part.
Make it fast, though, before someone comes to see what all the noise was.
So, what do you say? Should we speed up? Then why are you here? That's what his band is called. They're exactly the sort of men we need. That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze. Don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumor mill, and if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on. The same thing we did to von Berghoff. But don't worry, it's going to take a lot of time before we're ready. I don't have this bandaged eye for fashion. That page of his did this to me. You're not even able to name a figure. What kind of negotiator are you?
By the way,
boozing? You're a proper priest, then. You've got no ransom, and you don't want a parley. So we're done here. Be glad I'll let you leave in one piece.
You want to have a drink to celebrate that we're still alive, eh? All right, then.
I have heard of a place that's a favored meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. As the word of a dubious priest with a bloody sword in one hand and a wineskin in the other is to me. This whole story of yours sounds to me rather suspicious. How am I to know you're not von Berghoff's spy? You understand correctly. And he's in better shape than I am. You surmise correctly. Who are you? And to what do I owe the honor of your visit?
No use at all for battle.
What kind of name is Boos Phallus, anyway? Straight to the point, eh? You're a man after my own heart. So what do you propose? Enough! To hell with you! You don't need to know my name. I'm a knight, and that should be enough for you. Hanush of Lipa, eh? Interesting.
Of course it's a horse. And not a bad one. But it's more suited for a ride in the woods or a hunt.
They're both fine, for now. You have my word.
You're wrong. In a battle, your life depends on your steed. And some easily spooked pony is the last thing you need.
Tell me, father, what price does Sir Hanush put on his nephew? I'd never have expected such an accolade from a priest. They definitely didn't teach you that in a seminary. Who the hell are you?
And what do you call your wife? It's a shame Odorin didn't have that advantage. He wasted his coin on that nag. It's no great shakes, eh?
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, what the fuck are you? A butcher?
You'll find out in good time, don't worry. First I have to talk it through with Dry Devil, though. I'm not sure how long they'll treat us this well, so make the most of it. I don't expect you'll just blurt out to them where they can find us, but loitering around the camp, peeking here and there, that's always suspicious, so watch it. Much better with hot food in my belly. But a pitcher of wine would be the best remedy. With a bit of luck, we'll get inside the castle unobserved at night, and then we'll manage somehow. Catherine's the one who knows about spying and that kind of thing. But it won't do us any harm if you make yourself useful there. Now, eat and sleep. We'll keep that in reserve in case anything fucks up. And believe me, something always fucks up. But if any of us die today because of you, well, it's too late to go back now. I'll gut you myself. Do you think I don't know? But better them than us. They'd run for the woods before we started anyway. What of it? We're at war, if you hadn't fucking noticed. What's going on, Devil? What the fuck are you doing? Fuck this fucking shit. All right, I need everyone else on the battlements. As you wish. So I don't forget, Henry. Mikesh said he and Kozlik would like to repay their debt to you. So tell me where to put them. Michael, you deal with the shooters. The tower must not fall. Fine, Henry. You've made your bed, now lie in it. So, to the task, my friends. Let's not get on our knees just yet. If we hold out, they'll parley. Took you long enough. Not yet. I didn't want to be alone when I kicked the hornet's nest. Be prepared for anything. You understand? Another war wouldn't suit you so well, would it? Now you can't stand the sight of us. But we were good enough to do the dirty work for you. I didn't come here to argue with another Kunstadt. The Dry Devil is enough. Pah. Burghers, patricians and usurers. They're without honor. He certainly doesn't sully its name by conspiring with the merchants. A knight ought to fight out of conviction, not for profit. Allies? Aren't you more concerned about keeping the spoils of war, Sobotchek? They were on the wrong side. And wasn't it the lords of Kunstadt who got the most out of it? They're trying to do one thing and one thing only. Line their pockets. Just you wait. The likes of Rutard and Alder will certainly find some use for your silver. Do we have anyone else? All right, go ahead. But don't forget Catherine's waiting for you in Kuttenberg. And that's all. I'll tell you everything before Henry returns. But back to the point, Devil. What about your people? That would be a shame. We'd be hard-pressed to find another horseman like him. Someone might recognize me. And if they saw us together, you'll learn that soon enough. But we have more important things to attend to. But first you should go and see Catherine. See if she's settled in and if she's all right. She said she'd try to find work at the Hangman's Halter Tavern. But we don't have time for that. Henry, you should hurry up and come right back here once you're done. Do you understand? Like Henry said, we need more people. The three of us could just about manage to steal a few cabbages.
We need more people. The three of us could just about make an infamous cabbage-stealing band. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades. No, he isn't. So, nobody's left. How are we doing, Devil? Do you have some kind of hideout? What about your people? Don't thank me until you know what we're up to. All right, have it your way. Henry, go to the innkeeper and arrange our stay here. Hold your horses, Henry. First things first. We have more important things to deal with. Will you help us, Henry? We'll have to do something about that. First things first, Henry. Henry may be able to convince him. Here. For all to see. We'll have to search for them. Can't hear! Hello! Hello! It's ringing! Hello! Oh, I can't... Hello! 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 Oh, my ears! I can't hear! Ah! What? Ah! 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 I can't hear! I can't hear! I can't hear a thing! Wow! Wow! I can't hear! Hello! My ears! It's ringing! Wow! Hurt! And he's betting you're the same way. But if you've come to ask for help, you can forget about it. I reckon the devil's shooting at them knocked the honor out of them. If I were you, I'd try messing with his head first. People who lose control make mistakes. Go and get some rest. You deserve it. The men are nearly all drunk. And anyway, Eric would take to his heels if more of us showed up. Go ahead. What? What else can you tell me about the attack? What? Did you change your mind? What was that? An alarm? What's the matter? Don't you want to enjoy the scenery? Just be careful. Eric may be desperate, but he's a handy swordsman. Thanks, Henry. I'll talk to him. Good work, Henry. We'll take it from here. I didn't expect something so deceptive from the Pragas. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I understand it's none of my business. Although, after the devil shot at them, we can't expect them to be honorable, if that's what you want to do. But be careful, Henry. It would be a shame to make a mistake now that it's all behind us. You'd better go and get some rest while you can. It's good you had your men reinforce the night watch, but they need rest too. How the hell did they manage to get inside without anyone noticing? Were you there? Damn. I won't let it go this time. His nature has often been useful to us, but now we can't do without proper discipline. You did a good job with that prisoner. You got a lot of information. If Eric's mere existence still galls you, you'll never get a better chance for revenge. You might not get another chance. We must bolster our patrols. We can't afford a cock-up like this again. On the other hand, we mustn't overdo it. Your men saved our asses, mainly because they were the ones who were arrested. I won't make your decisions for you. It might be a trap. He could be lying in wait to shoot you with a crossbow before disappearing. But then again, maybe not. It seems this is very personal. Will you accept? Are you going to go and have it out with him? I understand. Quick! To the gate! Are you certain? It's a shame you didn't get any more information from the prisoner about the Pragas. They can barely stand upright. Fucking bastards. I didn't expect them to stoop so low. Well, if you turn him down, your honor won't suffer in the slightest. Eric is a desperate wrench who's been left all alone. So, what will it be? Will you accept his challenge? Since he wants to get revenge for Istvan, I'd try insulting him. I reckon that might throw him off. I wouldn't expect that from him. You must have really pissed him off. And I suppose he has a sliver of pride and honor in him after all. Is that all? Did anything else happen before they got inside? And in a state like that, he might forget about technique. That injury taken care of Markvart will help us. And if that idiotic Frenchman is in charge now, it's only a matter of time before they fuck up. There's nothing we can do but wait. I was hoping they'd realize by now there's no easy plunder here and leave. We didn't do as much damage as we could have, but hopefully it'll still slow them down a bit. As long as they don't bring in catapults from Prague, we still have a chance. But if they do, we're fucked. I'm sorry. For now, the bodies will stay where they lie. We can't take any risks. When Mark Vart was shot, we lost any chance at negotiation. I saw it all. I know. Good work, Henry. But it looks like we'll have to hold out a bit longer. We can't let them have that silver. We have to hope Jobst returns soon with his army.
Not even Sigismund himself wants war any longer!
I'd like to suggest that you come with us.
And with your fortune. You don't? Hardly surprising if you're putting up the Margrave here.
What? Let's do it. It wasn't easy, but we gave them a good ass-kicking in the end.
Perfectly, my lord.
20, 30... Hey? Aye, I heard it with my own ears. Who do you think could have betrayed us? If they did, they would have come through the corridor.
Kyrie eleison.
Certainly more than a few.
You have a very fine fortress, my lord.
I have a proposition for you, Musa. Unfortunately, we're heading in the opposite direction, towards Colleen and beyond. First, we have to win the war. Then we can share it out. First, we have to get to Jobst with the silver. We're not there yet.
Maybe you could have said something we'd all understand? Father?
I think they were warned by someone from the Italian court. Who the hell could it be, though?
We'll figure it out.
Just about. Phew! I thought I went deaf there. You put your life on the line to save him. I heard you were fighting with the Turks.
Now we have to get to Rutard Palace. This little escapade will be the talk of the town for a long time.
We've got your back. I'm indebted to you for saving Henry. Personally. Actually, we're your enemies. Considering the situation you're in, and how you've helped us so much,
the Pragas will pay for every man and woman.
I'm trying to remember how many cases of silver there were. Janosch is handling the food supplies. If you haven't got anything from him yet, you'll have to wait in line.
The sooner we're gone, the better.
Oh! Catherine. It's not so terrible. You're exaggerating. Oh, leave it. Ugh.
But once we have von Berghoff locked up, I'll gladly drink the whole region dry. All right, but move it. I'm not drinking today. I want to have a clear head. Fine, but be on time. And no boozing. I'll assemble the men, and then we'll talk about what's next. Really? You look more like you're about to knock on the gates of heaven. You're barely standing, man. As you wish. A short but nonetheless dangerous battle. In the best-case scenario. Good. The task won't wait. So prepare well. This really won't be easy. Things go to fucking hell. And our worldly cares will be over. Really? You haven't taken much steel with you. This is how you want to go into battle. Really? But you're wounded. Get yourself fixed up first. You're no good to me in the state you're in. In the evening, I'll assemble the men, and then we'll talk about what's next.
He's known to provoke until fists start flying. We'll give it some thought and see. Hopefully we'll know better when you come back from Liechtenstein. He has a foul mouth, and he's anything but chivalrous in a fight. Aye, it's best not to play with him. You'd be better off tossing your coins straight into a pile of shit. We're both different. That's our strength. I'm in charge when everything goes according to plan. When things go to shit, he takes over. It often turns bloody, but sometimes victory is more important than honor. Do you think I should be? Remember how she dealt with the guards at Trotsky? She's braver and more dangerous than half my old band. Did you see what happened when we first arrived? Certainly not. He's as twisted as a hangman's noose. He can also be bitter and angry as a rabid dog. It's certainly better not to fuck around with him. We were defending a castle and hiding in the woods together. But he was always closer with the devil. No one forced Catherine. She knows what she's doing, and she can take care of herself. Catherine sharpens her dagger every day. It's always razor sharp. Whoever tries will regret it sorely. He's the captain of Znojmo, but it's true that he doesn't care much for noble manners. Just look at him, and you'll know everything. His face reveals it all. Aye, when he's sober, that is. When he gets drunk, it's better to keep an eye on him.
But first of all, we have to find Dry Devil's men. Ada, Matouche, and the others. Until we find Dry Devil's old gang, there's no point planning anything. I know, but Samuel isn't here yet. We have to be patient. Aye, we're all waiting for you.
You should raise a toast to Henry. You'd be dead if it wasn't for him. Don't be modest. You saved those arseholes' hides, and they won't even thank you.
Oh!
I'll finish you off!
Well, without me, your fortress wouldn't be in ruins. You showed real bravery. I'll do everything in my power to help you repair this place. I may not be a builder, but I can raise money, believe me. We all did. Rutard's daughter will tell you more. She came up with this part of the plan. You came at the right time. We're just about to deal with him. And you can join in. We need to fix ourselves up. We've got some wounded to take care of. We were waiting for you, and a bloody long time too. We were just about to start without you, but now you're here. You can join us. Godwin will understand. He knows how it goes. Someone has to keep watch in case any uninvited guests come snooping around. And at that point, things could get pretty hectic in there. First, you get rid of the guards, and then you clear the path for us. Meanwhile, Godwin and Janosch will try to buy you as much time as possible. That shouldn't be necessary. Godwin insisted he'll sort things out peacefully with the Cardinal, but I reckon we'll have to twist his arm a bit. We'll have to wait at the end of the passage till they get to us. Devil knows. Agreed. Our business here is concluded. You're done for today, but get plenty of sleep. We'll chase you from your beds early in the morning. Fine. But what I said stands. This is the last chance to tie up loose ends. Are you sure? Let's get to the point. We must have everything ready before Catherine returns from Lorette's. Well, how did it go? Do you have the key? Hey, listen up, all of you. The silver is our main goal at the court. If everything goes well, we'll free the lords. We'll just lock them up. Having them at our mercy might be useful if anything turns to shit. It is. We'll be riding to Lorette's. We just have to hope Godwin can keep up the act long enough. Can we trust him? I think you made it clear. Get as far as you can and mark the spot where Brabant's men will start digging. We're done with the preparations. It's time to get to the task. Shut up, both of you! I don't want to hear any more about it. And Brabant's going with you. You heard, didn't you? We'll get rid of the bodies, get Godwin dressed up, and hope his Legate Act fools the Church Council. We'll scare them a little, but just enough to make them shut up and listen to Godwin. There's already a good chance some of our men will die in there. There doesn't need to be any more deaths unnecessary. Everyone except Capon, Brabant, Catherine, and Rosa. It's got a moat, 2 gates, and a big tower. That's where von Berghoff will be. And another thing, the Devil's Den is no longer safe. So after the attack, we'll pull back to Suchtel Fortress. We have to get to the tower whatever happens. The second group will enter the village from the other side and cause mayhem. Aye, it's to be expected they'll seal off the passageway, so we have to get inside, over the bridge, and through the gate. Aye, it's well fortified. Aye, it won't be easy. But this isn't the first time for us. And besides, this time we've got artillery to back us up. And if it all works out, we'll drag von Berghoff right out of bed. He wants to fight Sigismund? Well, here's his chance. Especially since he missed the last skirmish with von Berghoff. Luckily, we have Crow for that. He says he knows how to use cannon. So the only question now is, who's going to help him with the bloody thing? Fortunately, Kunzlin's fortress is a bit beyond the village. Any questions? Malyshoff is only a handful of cottages and a tavern. We'll split into 2 groups. Me and my men will cut the village off from the fortress. You and Capon will deal with that, Henry. You two know it better from inside. Then, you'll let us in. That'll be your job. Set fire to a haystack, make a racket. In short, anything that will lure the fortress garrison out into the open. And the rest will go like this. Listen up. All right, Kubianka will go with you. If anything fucks up, we're counting on you to save our asses. Is that so, Baron? Do you know how to handle it? Hey, Kubienka, you were in the artillery in Sempach, weren't you? The rest of us will lure the fortress garrison out so we can cut them off. Before dawn. Even the dogs will still be snoring, and we'll have plenty of time to move. We shall. No reason to wait. Von Berghoff won't stay in Malyshoff forever. You get me, Devil? Sorry to disappoint you, Hinnock. I need you in the village. Right between the eyes. And if that wasn't enough, von Orlitz and the Prague militia joined with him. Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging and open the treasury, and leave this place unguarded. That's too risky. And Catherine here, she... but they didn't, sir. They weren't sent to Trotsky, but here. They just stopped off to visit von Berghoff because he was in a tight situation, and they took him along with them.
There's nothing we can do about it. Enough about that bastard. We have more important things to do. And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
Simple. I'm in the service of Lord Sokol of Lamberg, same as Dry Devil, and I had a job to do around Trotsky, if you get my meaning.
But Godwin could surely benefit from some Italian lessons. But we came here mainly to deprive that ginger bastard of his silver.
Where is he?
And now, finally, well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close. No offense, my lady, but you'll be safer here. Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions. I'm just going to pretend you said, got it.
May God protect you. Your bravery is commendable, Capon, but you can't go. If they were to capture you, you'd be a valuable hostage. They could use you to blackmail Hanush and Jobst.
And while Godwin's persuading His Eminence to put on a show with us at the Italian court, the Devil, Janosch, Kubienka and Ada will take his retinue away to the Devil's Den.
The journey wasn't so bad, especially compared to what came before it.
What is it, Henry? You got it?
Which is actually good news. If he'd been caught and executed, the word would be all over the region. So there's a strong hope he's alive.
Why not? Maybe the cold down there will cool his hot head. Our agreement stands, my lady. We'll free your father and the other nobles. Someone has to take watch on the battlements until we've taken out all the silver. We'll take turns. Got it? For fuck's sake! Usually you're as chatty as a magpie, but now you go mute?
So be it. I couldn't take another step anyway.
Once the lords are free, you take them to your palace, to safety. Janosch and Ada will go talk to that Charber fellow. Maybe we won't have to resort to violence. Janosch, Ada and Henry will go and talk to that Charber fella. Maybe we won't have to resort to violence. Especially the way through to the court. The main thing was to get the key, and we did.
I can't say I'm surprised. They quarreled, did they?
What's worse is that we don't have anyone inside the court. Well, can't be helped. What's worse is that we don't have anyone inside the court. Well, can't be helped. If you like, but take Ada with you just in case.
As I said, one of the reasons we came here is to warn you. And the other reason goes by the name of Hynek, the Dry Devil.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal. So, it's decided. Open it up, Henry. If we don't persuade him to get us into the Italian court, we're fucked. So don't do anything stupid, right? Henry! Henry, for fuck's sake! I'm all ears. Sir?
Where did he go?
Catherine. Where will we find that legate? It'd be better if we made him take us with him as his retinue. I have orders for you, Henry. I'm not sure what you're saying, Ada, but nice work. Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men can guard them there. I'll write a message for Jobst. In the meantime, get ready. We'll meet on the ramparts after dark. We can only hope. We have to get a message to him.
Anyway, we're straying a little from the point.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. And now, to the task. That's more like it.
Yes, a bandit. It's no secret, sir. King Wenceslas even put a price on my head once.
Well, we have no idea what's really down there, so you'd better have a weapon handy.
Well, more like a small stronghold.
Come on, Henry!
We were in a castle cellar, talking to an old acquaintance.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest? Lord Capon will be only too pleased to hear what Lord von Berkhoff wants to offer him. First we'll open the treasury, then Brabant's men will start taking the silver to Ruttard Palace. Then wait for us at Ruttard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning. I'm not going to beat around the bush. We'll be doing the planning. We've got to bring those captured Italians to the Devil's Den somehow. All right. Both of you are going to town. Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look. We need Jobst and his army. So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver. Sorry, Godwin, but I doubt you can even manage to climb the stairs in the state you're in. That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that. Because you've been telling us you know the Kuttenberg underground like the back of your hand. Sam and Henry will go. 2 heads are better than 1.
especially if one of them gets lost.
Henry here will go with you, Janosch. He's proved his parleying skills many times. You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his ribs and ask him politely to play nice.
Sir Peter and I have agreed that I'll be in charge of defending the fortress, but I can't be everywhere at once.
With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court. What then? Let's go over it once more so you all know what to do.
We had him in our grasp. We routed his company. And then that swine von Aulitz got involved. So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Berghoff and von Aulitz in the lead. It's just a matter of time before the battles begin.
Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
And the only person capable of sending them is Jobst.
You took the words out of my mouth. Nobody's asking you to. We stick to the plan. Oh. What situation is he in, then?
That'll be your job, Henry.
I'd be very surprised to do what he's been doing all his life. Scheming. And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. We came to warn you.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh? That sounds almost too good to be true. And too easy.
You might want to save some for Jobst. Just an offer. So you'd let us leave if we wanted to. It seems we both have the same opinion of Jobst, eh? I don't really know him as such. We merely know each other due to my original trade.
I think it's obvious to all that we won't last long without the Outer Bailey.
Aye. The royal treasury awaits. Pull out that key, Henry. To the task.
Like I said, stand beside Godwin looking mean. With a bit of luck, that'll be enough.
The prisoners are being held in the chamber of King Wenceslas himself, so I assume they're not suffering too much.
They'll just sit tight till we give them back their legate, and then we'll let them all go. Captain Frenzel is in charge of the rest of the men.
It seems Sigismund's run out of patience. He's going to break the truce and finish off the rebellion while he still has time.
We'll work on the legate so he agrees to take us in with him. Then we'll find a way somehow.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that right, sir?
And you are one of those people. And Peter, if you're concerned that the Pragas are plundering the estate, don't worry. And that's exactly what I wanted to speak to Henry about. But enough already. I want to speak with Henry. Well, it's about time, isn't it? You're a good fellow, and I know you'll take care of your men. You'll have to. 6. I'm giving you Kubianka to help with commanding, and Samuel has volunteered. And that's why I need to speak with Henry. Enough! If we can keep the fortress and the silver, Jobst will compensate you for any damage to your estate. But I still have the final say in all matters. I believe we have finished, and a few of mine. So, go and get to know them. I'm also entrusting to you my man-at-arms, Kozlik, and one of the local men. Unless you need something else before you go. Henry! And what do you think we'll get from them? Jobst will gladly compensate you once we give him that silver. Your walls are protecting it for him. No fucking way! Don't worry, if we hold the fortress, Jobst will gladly pay you with the Italian silver. I'm giving command of a company to people I trust. I've given a new company to you, Capon, and the Devil. And you'll also have 2 men from the local garrison chosen by Godwin. The Pragas won't leave without the silver, and we can't give it to them. Otherwise, this would all be for nothing. Even if negotiation was still possible, it would lead nowhere. They'll ask for silver, and we'll give it to them. Then what? They'll withdraw, Jobst will disband the army again, and Sigismund will release Wenceslas out of brotherly love. Have them report to you, and give them their first orders, so they get used to you. Good thing he didn't succeed. How did that end up? I hope so. I can't believe you of all people would trust the word of Markwart von Aulitz, or von Berghoff, who's changed sides 3 times already. It's our lives we're talking about here, and slow them down we shall. We're done here anyway. To the task, gentlemen! Would you look at that? Take him as an example, but Devil won't go alone. I want you both on the ramparts. Lord Capon is the best marksman we have, after all. I know. That's why there'll be another group to create a distraction. But each of you will choose 3 of your men who'll leave the fortress with the Devil. Henry, Capon. Henry, come here. They think they've driven us into a corner,
So we'll have to convince them of the opposite. You're both decent marksmen, probably the best we have, so I want both of you on the ramparts. What's that? No volunteers? We'll send another company down below the northern wall to make a mess in their trenches. I reckon he owes us a bit of sacrifice. I hope you haven't lost your courage, friends. That will get the Pragas riled up, and in the meantime, we'll burn down their camp. But not you, Henry. I need you at the castle. You don't know devil. They've made themselves nice and comfy in the village below the fortress, and they're building their bloody barricades, ladders, and God knows what else. They'll ride in and set the camp ablaze. All of it has to burn. Don't worry, Hinak will lead the charge. He's already preparing. I've chosen a group of riders from among Peter's men who know the village well. We'll attack them. Ah! Godwin, are you rooted to the ground? Ah! You'll fucking pay for that! Prepare to die, arsehole! Die! Come on, fuckers! To hell with a lot of you! Give the devil my regards! That was nothing! Hammer them! I'll bleed you like a pig! I'll slay you like a dog! Let's go, Godwin! And you could too, Godwin! Oh, Godwin! Move your ass! Fuck, Godwin, have you turned to stone? Hurry up, damn it! We're outnumbered! Godwin, did you get stuck? Godwin! There'll be none left for you!
We have to regroup! Watch out for the marksman! Follow me!
Hey, Henry! Find a halberd somewhere and knock those ladders down!
Ah, I hope so. But unfortunately, it isn't over yet. Something's happening up top. We have to go back quickly.
As soon as we kick their asses! To the task! Shoot those ones carrying the ladders! Repel the ladders! We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, and he'll hang the lords. That was a close shave. You've done enough, don't you think? Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin? Well, not you. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, and get the hell out of here. Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment. Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot. And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We've lost a lot of allies. We'll have trouble finding new ones. They'll be afraid to even peep against Sigismund. But as for your father, you could... But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should lay low until Jobst gets back. She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Shut up! Nobody said anything about giving up. Definitely not right now. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army. Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally, the same as Rutard and Botchek. I would be honored if you stood by my side, as my right-hand man. I'll never get that terrible picture out of my head. You have something the others didn't. The heart of a real warrior. That's why I'd like to have you close by. And if it carries on the same way, we'll be glad to die in battle. We're running out of food, if you haven't noticed. And that's why I'd like to have a word with you. In the meantime, when he was let out for air, he stole a piece of wire from the forge and made himself a lockpick. And now she fears she'll lose everything again. If that were to happen, it would destroy her. And now she's probably afraid that she'll lose everything again. And it's hard to say whether Sigismund will want to release them. Maybe we'll have more work to do. But I wanted to tell you, if that ever changed, that I have the feeling she's close to you. Maybe you remind her of someone. But it's deep inside. She's masking it. The only thing she wants is revenge. That's why she's with us. That's why she does all she does.
Oh, please. He's been through much worse than getting shot in the arse.
But now, given our situation, I just wanted you to know why she reacted like that. That's exactly it, see? He had us fooled. You can only imagine the hatred she's been carrying around with her since then. I suppose it didn't hold his weight and came loose or tore off. That's why we didn't find any other traces at the top. We'll have to look for a way to make a living like we used to. I understand. You don't have to decide right now. I know you're still in the service of Lord Perkstein and have duties to carry out in that regard. She doesn't want anyone else to know, to ask her questions about it, to feel sorry for her. They must have done terrible things to her. The animals. All right. Good luck, Henry. I too lost my wife. but neither of us have experienced anything like what she has. Even though we're all a bunch of whoresons in the Devil's Wolf Pack, we're all she has in life now.
I saw that bed cover in the moat. How do you think it got there?
I don't know. Maybe try and talk to her before you go. Her husband was a tough man. He defended his family. He managed to kill 2 of them before they chopped him to bits. Before I met her, she led a simple life, like every woman should. That is, before the war changed everything. Sigismund's army attacked a village.
Right on the spot. No consecrated ground. All those fellows who laid down their lives in the last few weeks defending this castle. Ah, but he didn't go across the courtyard at all. We're still alive.
You ought to talk to Dry Devil. He's a fine swordsman.
There's simply no other explanation. Aye, believe it or not, there are people who can swim. And apparently von Berghoff is one of them. Believe it or not, I found it lying discarded below the stairs. I'm sure Jobst and his men are on the way. It can't take them long now. All we can do is hang on.
When we found her by the road, she was still holding a dead baby in her arms. Maybe that's why they took such brutal revenge on her. Maybe she likes you. You're not the only person to lose someone. You can't blame her.
Well, look at it this way.
Oh well, a lesson learned. At least he can no longer deceive anyone like he did us. Aye, such bad luck. About your future.
Usually, but then it dawned on me.
You might even learn something from him, Henry.
And most of all, I couldn't imagine how a fancy lord could escape without help. It's not the kind of thing nobles do.
The whole time she's been with us, she hasn't let a single man get close to her. I understand. But if that changes, my offer stands. She never talks about it. She wants to forget, but the war has taken everything from her.
All he had to do was wait for the right moment. And while we were celebrating Sigismund's withdrawal, he got out of his locked chamber.
So, give it your all, of course. We'll see what the future brings.
Do you want to hear the truth? Or what I tell the troops?
Such a buffoon. I never realized what he was really like.
Look, I wouldn't have expected the noble Lord von Berghoff to go lock-picking doors and hopping into moats, but...
So, I will do everything in my powers to hold the fortress. But the most important job now is yours. Now we'll wait. Now, let's celebrate our victory properly. Then we'll go back to the Devil's Den and get some rest.
The bastard was deceiving us the whole time. He wanted us to think he was playing along with us. You're right. We have to trust that Jobs won't let us down. To tell the truth, it cost me quite a lot of sleep. His chamber had no windows. The castle was full of people.
My most heartfelt condolences, Henry. I'm truly sorry about Sam.
He's up and practicing his swordplay again. You'll find him in the ruined house next to the Devil's Den. If you felt like it, you could even spar with him.
There's a pile of corpses lying below the walls, and they'll start to rot if we don't bury them soon.
I've commanded countless men, and no doubt I'll command many more. But you, Henry...
Outside there's more than 100 Prague troops. They outnumber us 3-1, and we're still here.
I know this isn't much of a consolation, but a share of it is yours.
I reckon he could teach you a thing or two.
He took the covers from the bed, slipped across the hall to another chamber, and lowered himself from the window down into the moat.
He deserves to die 1,000 deaths for what he did to Ada and Sam.
It is, though.
Only just. They almost got their hands on it, the bastards. Luckily, you arrived in time. What can we do? I reckon God wanted us to stay poor. Henry, I'm glad you found the time. I'll leave any further negotiations to Jobst and Radzig. But it's not over yet. The King and Prokop of Luxembourg are still prisoners. I'm glad you did. I haven't been betrayed like that for ages. I hear the grass grow. I can find my way just by listening, with eyes closed if necessary. That comes in very handy when you're captured and blindfolded. Nothing. I didn't see much of it. God be with you. And my regards to Sir Radzig. I look forward to shaking his hand again. But even through the fortress walls, I could hear they didn't have a chance against you. They got to it yesterday. If only you'd arrived one day sooner. After what he did to Ada, that's all he deserved.
Fuck! To the captives, quick! Before it's too late! Istvan Toth and that Eric of his.
Whether you're a priest or not, I have to admit, you're damned handy with a sword. It looks like those friends of yours were right. Von Berghoff's spies infiltrated us.
And to you, Sir Hanush, I say thank you for saving us in the nick of time. Oh, I wouldn't. I can calculate how it would have turned out, so I'd probably have defended the fort to the last man. Will you drink to his honour with us, Lord Hanush? We put you in an unenviable bind, Sir Peter. I'm extremely grateful for the way you behaved. Chin up! Could have turned out a lot worse. Henry, come and see me too. I want to talk to you. You showed great courage and determination. I'm proud to have been your commander in this uneven fight. Everyone who fought on our side deserves a reward. Oh no, not everyone has balls like you and Samuel. And you, Henry, risked your life to rescue us. Lord Hanush, will you drink to victory with us? The pleasure's all ours. They hanged him beneath the walls. There was nothing we could do for him. What's done can't be undone. You'll have to live with it. We all will. Pity it wasn't possible without losses. Including those dearest to us. That's what I call heroism. Thank you for these gifts, sir. That goes for all of you. You both deserve it.
I'd be happier if they just told me in the morning how it all went and what my boys have to do next. Oh, these grand aristocratic assemblies are nothing for me.
Not to mention that his son was killed in the siege of the city.
The only approach that'll work with Sigismund is open resistance. Maybe on the field of battle?
In that case, it'll be up to you. I'm sure you wouldn't leave him to disgrace himself in front of Hanush.
Oh, that's to be expected. As long as Sigismund has the city council under his thumb, no one will rock the boat. Sigismund confiscated his castle and half his estates. That'll be enough to make a man mad. Oh, and have you heard anything interesting here? That's one thing you can always count on him for. I'll gladly wager with you he'll end up in some other shit by evening. And how's he going to do it? Didn't you see them all fighting tooth and nail here just a while ago? And also a rather nice sword. I suppose you settled things with the Hungarian. I'll make it. Leave him be. He's a warrior. You can see it in his eyes. You did the right thing, Henry. If it hadn't, me or Godwin would have to kill him, and I'm not in the best condition. You're right. I reckon I'd have woken up the bastard too, so he'd know who was taking his life. And why. That bastard didn't deserve a fair fight. You should have gutted him in his sleep, like Godwin said. A knight can't think like that. To hell with that, but concentrate. On the fight, lad. That never ends. Don't worry. That will pass in time. If everyone in the world was as wise as you, we'd all go stark raving mad. In that case, at least we'll have a burial with a priest. Bollocks he would. He was a piece of shit. The world's a better place without him.
So, what's up with the devil? I need to talk to him. Can you think of anything else that might come in handy? And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winnings. Henry, this is Kubienka. I thought the devil would have at least 10 men. But other than that, it makes sense. I don't think we'll have another shot. Who told you that? If you say so, he would be one of the best archers north of the Alps. What place is that? What? The devil's been captured and that's how you tell me the news? What? They captured the devil? And you're just saying it like it's nothing. Shit, Kubienka, you must know who came after you and why. He's an angry, dangerous murderer. Someone you want on your side. But never against you. Keep an eye on him. And don't let him talk your ear off. If he wasn't drunk or with one arm in the stocks all the time. Fuck. We're looking for the devil. Where is he? A month! They haven't hanged him yet. Maybe. They started it. Don't dilly-dally. And when you have them, meet me at the ambush spot. What problem? Fuck. There's no way we're getting him out of there. Can he be trusted? He looks like he'd be happy to rat us out the first chance he gets. Looks like there's still some sense left in your noggin despite the booze. Have you got some? There will be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local customs. That's nice of you. But leave us alone now. More like I know you. But maybe we'll find someone around here. Everybody'll listen if we mention coin. That doesn't matter now. That we do. Anyway, this is Henry. If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. You're looking at all that's left of it. I was there. You'll go with Kubianka to get the hand cannons he surely hid somewhere. In fact, he kidnapped that hag's grandsons and told her he'd cripple them unless she let him in the castle. She opened the gate for him at night, and you know the rest. Pay him. Do I have to pull you out of trouble again? I see you're still a drunkard.
Jesus! I'm hit!
And it might not be that well guarded along the way. And that's just why we need to come up with a good plan. But first, there's something I need to clear up with you. I recently sent Catherine to spy on Sigismund's military camp near Opatovitz. What we need is for one of us to get amongst the Pragas, so he can keep an eye open and tell us when they're moving out. What about you, Henry? You'll get yourself recruited into the Prague regiment, and when they take the cannon to Sedlitz, you'll send us a message via Catherine. I see. But if he's gone to Kolin, he won't be back till tomorrow. Shit. A lot of soldiers need a lot to eat. We'll have to stock up. Me and Devil have to come up with a plan. Sir Hans might get recognized, and the others... Well, let's just say I give you the best chance of success. I know, but Samuel isn't here yet. We have lots of work to do. What's more, we need the men Dry Devil talked about. Of course, we can't just wait in the bushes till they go past. We'd have to prepare. Hang on. Maybe Janosch's idea isn't all that bad. Then we'll fucking get it. That's true. Good work, men. How did it all go down? I see you've learned something from me. But it's not that simple. Catherine will tell you all you need to know. You'll find her in the bathhouse there. No, Sir Hans is right. We should get rid of von Berghoff. In the meantime, Ada here can go to Malashov and find out how von Berghoff and his people are stationed there. But look, don't touch. Fuck, where are they now? Should I tell her to go back to the city? Or are you going to drop the murder investigation? Should I tell her to go back to the city? Or are you two going to drop the murder investigation? We have to find Dry Devil and Capon and decide what to do next. Oh well. In the meantime, you can at least have a look for the men Dry Devil mentioned. Ada, Matouche, and the others. Thanks a lot for reminding me. I almost forgot. Sigismund is out of reach. But perhaps we can get to von Berghoff. And that should gain us some more time. But it seems things are getting a bit out of hand there. So the Prague regiment he's in charge of is going to move it to Sedlitz. But if he's gone to Kolin, he won't be back till tomorrow, will he? Well, thanks for the idea, but I had a good old ambush in mind. All right, but make it quick. I think so too. Hold your horses. It won't be that simple. There's 1,000 things that could go wrong. Oh well, at least we'll have time to get everything ready. Hold on, there's something I need to clear up with you. Come on, there's no time to waste. I sent Catherine to spy on Sigismund's camp. But I hear the two of you are trying to solve some murders in Kuttenberg. I sent Catherine to spy on Sigismund's camp. But I hear the two of you are trying to solve some murders in Kuttenberg. She told me von Berghoff has his cannon stashed away there. All right, I'll see to it. That's settled then. Henry will go to the camp. We're going to need all the hands we can get. We're going to prepare a warm welcome for the Pragas. A company of mercenaries, a surprise attack, and a cannon in reserve. We could do something with that, couldn't we? But that wouldn't do us much good. Besides, who knows where the bastard is now? You mean in the shit, Sir Hans? No need to mince words. We'll find a good spot for an ambush and send someone into the camp to spy on them. Indeed we will. We'll soon get going. Well, we're in luck. Ada's just returned from a scouting mission, and he says von Berghoff's at the castle. Get ready, and then we'll plan what's next. We did. And that means the Devil's Den won't be safe much longer. I just don't trust them somehow. But I'll admit that Frenchman surprised me. They're no greenhorns. What's this nonsense? I didn't send anyone, and as far as I know, the horses are fine. Who the hell are you calling captain, you numbskull? Have you forgotten how to address a lord? I'm engaged here with an important guest, so stop showing me up in front of him with your damn full games. I should think so. And what's the matter? What are you blabbering about, man? Get back to work, Hertel. And don't let yourself be led around by the nose, or you'll answer to me. But I'm guessing von Berkhoff didn't send you here to find out how well off I am. Or did he? Well, it's a long, complicated story. And whom do I have the honor of welcoming to my humble seat? Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least. Hurtle has other duties. Stop griping and get to it. Please excuse our precautions, gentlemen. These are evil times. Pelzel, you heard his lordship. The Lord Jesus Christ be praised. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after your journey, and you'll have greater comfort in the tower. Well then, Yaramir of Nabokov at your service. Michael, you take Henry here and the wing and make sure he's well taken care of. Certainly, certainly. These are troubled times indeed. But as you've already heard, we will gladly set this tower ablaze. We'll pretend we're still parleying. At least we might distract their attention. Are you serious about this, Henry? You'll be outnumbered. Cut it out. I'm going to try something on him. Wait, there's still some hope. Don't worry. I have a plan. Of course, that is if you think it's a better solution than surrendering to us and then helping us save the king. Whatever you say. Ada and Sam will cover your back. Who says I want to burn anyone? Nothing will happen to anyone. You'll see. My! You are feeling quite self-confident, Lord von Berkhoff. Are we really getting anywhere with this? Men! Get pitch, axes and firewood! We're going to torch it! Hey, Otto! Did you hear that? You're not giving us much of a choice here. All right. Are you sure this is worth it? Listen! Stop shooting! Fine! But what will it be, Lord von Berkhoff? You can flatter the devil all you want later. Enough. No more pussyfooting around. We got off on the wrong foot, all right. But it seems we have a lot to say to each other. And since King Wenceslas and Prokop are imprisoned and the Czech noblemen are useless, we're doing the best we can alongside Sokol. While we're on the subject of Istvan, I understand you have some history between you. And when he found out who I was, he secretly did an about-face and planned to double-cross us. And did you? And then you came along. Still, I have no one to blame for challenging you and taking off my helmet. Amen. I understand. Everyone has wounds that shouldn't be reopened. What actually happened to Samin? Which doesn't exactly make us allies. When I came here, I was putting together a band and he turned up, along with Eric and a couple of others. Although it's true he wanted to avoid that battle. He tried to talk me out of it. And now we know why. I know. You thought they were with me, and I wanted to kill you. Jobst can be very convincing. And then all of a sudden, his dagger's in your back. I am Jan of Trotsnov, also known as Zizka. I don't know yet. What about that Jobst of yours? Should you send word to him? They're riding to Trotsky. You were right. We should get ready to leave. Von Berkhoff may have lost lots of men, but he won't take this lying down. No. Or he was already Sigismund's spy when he joined us. Anything's possible. Sometimes it's hard to know what's going on and who is really your enemy. It's hard to keep them reined in sometimes, but I do my best. As you saw with your own eyes. Don't blame yourself. We all have our share of guilt. Be that as it may, what you said means we, here and now, really are on the same side. And who did you say the dabbler was? Well, that can't be helped. War is hell. All right, then. You could look at the bandage for a start. The stench bothers me more than the pain. Well, Sir Hans, the problem is Prokop is at this very moment in Sigismund's jail in Pressburg on account of Jobst's treachery. You see, then, this whole region also banded together against me. And did they stop me? Lord Capon, when you do what I do, you don't get to choose from the best, but the worst. Sorry, but my eye doesn't see it that way. What's more, I kept everyone inside the fortress before the battle. For that precise reason, so no idiot would give us away. But just making his life hell was enough. Making sure he lost as much coin and manpower as possible so he couldn't help Sigismund. And we hit him where it hurt, believe me. We're making life difficult for the traitors who are in league with Sigismund. And Otto von Berghoff is traitor-in-chief. And he was good at our trade. So good I didn't notice he was setting me up. Word will get out about his humiliation, and the League of Lords will come to his aid. Oh, thank God for that at least. They're good men. It would be a sad loss. That's a long list. You're right, and it's a good thing you don't trust that snake. The same with the miller, though he had lots of other incentives as well. These days in the service of Jan Sokol of Lamberg and Margrave Prokop of Luxembourg. Is medicine another of your skills? On top of sword fighting, boozing, and preaching, I've seen him twist and turn so many times that I don't believe a word he says. Looks like it, doesn't it? Nobody has tried anything of the sort since, so they got the message. Von Berghoff is a bad master, and you're not the only ones who don't like what Sigismund's doing in Bohemia. It wasn't hard finding allies who hate him. Damn it. They were good men. What a terrible loss. I've been double-crossed by him so many times that I won't make the mistake of trusting him again. That sounds like a plan. I'll hand out orders and come and join you in the fort. Sir Hans can take you there. As a man of your experiences must know, war takes many forms. We saw you meet up with his garrison. It looked like a friendly encounter, so we figured you were with von Berghoff. Who? And you killed my men. Though some of them were far from good. Like I said, in my trade, you don't work with the best, but the worst. Trust you, when you came at me with von Berghoff's army. I have my sources. You're lucky it was this one. It must be cursed. I almost lost it as a child already. I suppose so. I also understood from what he said that he'd been harassing the enemy a bit too, but he didn't say who that was. Now it's clear why. I'll give you a piece of advice, Lord Capon. Don't trust anyone. We can't stay here. God knows what plots those fuckers are hatching right now. Of course. And as you know, we almost succeeded. Well, that's not so mysterious. It all happened so fast that he didn't have time to do anything. There might be some truth in that. Nobody raped anybody. I personally made sure of that. That's a good question. Either he just needed coin and joined the first band he came across, waging war, as you've no doubt noticed. That's a brutal way to go about things, Henry. I expected better of you. I'll see you in the confessional. Damn it, what the hell is going on here? Interesting, but not very surprising. Nice work. Leave that be, Henry. That's a damned brutal approach to things, Henry. What are you doing, fool? Your mess, your problem. You're not at all good at this. Do you enjoy violence, young man?
Good work, men. Take a rest.
Someone get an axe and turn this fucking door into splinters!
What a load of rubbish.
Or the silver.
The only thing he's left behind here are his royal turds. And the houses? They'll be rebuilt. What the hell do you want? Do you want to free our king?
Ah, look who's thinking. And what then?
What about Rosa? Doesn't she regret coming too? How did it go with Vavak anyway?
How did it go? Is everything all right?
And another one! Quick!
And we've a lot more to face. Jobst army is amassing near there, so they will relay the message to him.
And then when we took all the silver he had to pay his troops, he had to quickly withdraw his knights.
Oh, and while we're on the subject, take this. You've done a lot of good work. You deserve it. Do you have any good marksmen? Why?
And to keep guard. If someone came, Catherine wouldn't be able to handle him on her own. And I can't help her in this state.
So, those corpses in the courtyard. You might be surprised. War leaves its mark on a man. My word, a rare band indeed. But what? Even so, we could do with one more wagon. You don't even want to know what it's about.
I did nothing of the sort. I ran down.
But the people will remember everything.
But don't take too long. You don't want to miss pointing von Berghoff's own cannon up his nose, do you?
But sometimes I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too, just so as not to have to listen to him for a while.
But that's all by the by anyway. I intend to wage war, not parley. And if I know Dry Devil, he's of the same mind.
No, it actually went quite well. Brabant wouldn't shut up, though.
We still have some time, so if there's something you need to do elsewhere, feel free. Once you're ready, let Capon know.
Now we'll go for von Berkhoff. He's the key to freeing our King Wenceslas.
No exceptions, Capon. Now be quiet. Ho ho! Keep it up! You're done here, Horsens. Godwin will pose as the Cardinal, naturally. Janos Uher will accompany him to the council as his right-hand man. Fight or give up! I'm getting sick of waiting! Brabant will teach you some Italian. Janos is pretty good at it, but Ada will have to keep his mouth shut. The gate's been breached! The gate's been breached! The gate! Hold the gate!
It will, and for us too. But I'm sure Lord Capon is expecting that.
Will there be enough wagons? Are they going to cause trouble? I'll live. But everything else won't be so straightforward. We've got to get the devil out of here somehow, so put the wheel back on and get the horse. Henry, come here for a moment. I need to tell you something about Catherine. I want to double up patrols on the palisade. Someone grab those rocks and throw them at them! The more we know, the more damage we can cause them.
God, what I'd given to see his twisted face when he found out he doesn't have the coin to pay his army of mercenaries.
What do you think? They came out, and Ada and Janos pounced on them in the courtyard. Forget about promises like that next time. What's not to like about it? What are you still doing here?
What the fuck are you doing? You let him go! What the fuck was that? Why did you let that man go?
What? The cat got your tongue?
Sure, I trust him too, but not so much his language skills. Not yet. We need to fix ourselves up after the battle. We'll hear what Otto has to say tomorrow.
Come on! Over here!
I've heard something already, and it sounds promising.
Today they nearly took the castle from us without a fight. That can't happen again.
Ha! That one hit the mark! At them! We have to buy our fellas time! To the task! Hold the line! Give it all you've got, fella!
Good work, Kate.
Good hit! Well done. Brabant has found some men in the meantime. He may refuse to go down tunnels, but he does have his uses. It turned out all right, so what's the fuss?
He's well aware that the whole of Kuttenberg and the Hungarian camp will come down on our asses.
Is that what you call fighting like a man? Are you waiting for orders from your wife? Fight!
Forward! Let's break through! Let's go! Stay in formation! Stay in formation! Keep them away from the gate!
I'll make it worth your while.
This. I fell off the battlements at Laxenburg Castle. Well, it doesn't matter now.
Halberts to the walls! Push them off!
I sent Captain Frenzel and his men out last night scouting, and they saw it with their own eyes.
Look, lad, I'm fond of you, but you have to be more fucking responsible. Got that?
Fend off those ladders! And don't forget to stop by and see your Rosa, too.
Ah, I see.
You know what? It might not be a bad idea if you reminded them of who they should thank for yesterday. Hey! Once the treasury is empty, we'll disappear through the passageway, and no one will ever find us.
So what? Heroes like to have a drink too, now and again. I've got loads of scars from real battles anyway.
As if his arse was on fire. Let's go in. Let's go inside then. You never know what might happen. Just remember, no lights on the walls. That could give us away. Kubienka's waiting for us. I hope everything goes smoothly.
He rode to Trotsky as a messenger to von Berghoff. I reckon he must have had some idea what might happen.
Again! Make it count! Give him another!
But as I was celebrating, prancing about like a deer, I tripped on a root.
It's not over yet. Reinforcements are on their way. If they smash the gate, we won't be able to hold them. Kill them! If they break through that gate, we're fucked!
Oh, finally. Where have you been dawdling? Great. Are we going in? Come here, Henry. We don't have all day.
Come on, Henry, quick!
Henry, we've got to do something about those archers. Understand? Henry, come here. Do you know how it happened? Henry, are you in one piece?
Aye. I nearly lost my eye.
Keep your hand on your hilt, Henry. Around here, you never know what might happen.
Aye, let them have it!
Aye. We have to wash the clothes, get Godwin into them, and hope we don't all end up on the gallows. Are you there? Is that you? Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little. Hope the lady won't mind. Every detail can make a difference, and not just on the battlefield.
Where can we find him?
Where they store ammunition, where they keep food, whether or not they're building siege engines. If you're bleeding, patch yourself up quickly. We need to get out of here soon. If you're not bleeding, clear the bodies off the road. Hide them somewhere, but be quick about it, all right?
Who knows where they came from? Maybe the last of those fuckers you dealt with, I suppose. You go ahead without me.
Adder? The horses will have their work cut out on a firm road, never mind going through mud.
At last, Kurva! Let's get to work!
I don't play dice. And certainly not with you.
Hosanna! Kyrie eleison! More coming! Brace yourselves!
So if I understand correctly, you're not afraid of any dirty work.
I have the feeling there won't be time for anything else once we get started.
Haven't had enough yet? My words exactly.
Shut up!
We'll do it my way.
We may be bastards, but we're not ungrateful.
We must hold them off at all costs! Our men haven't carried out the silver yet!
We have to contact Jobst and the other lords. We need to ready the ambush. We have to get that fucker out. He's sitting in his tower laughing at us.
We need to get out of here.
We have to hold out until they take down that damned bridge.
Are you gonna get to the task or not?
To the walls! Throw down those ladders!
Quality over quantity.
There's just enough for my kind of war. Don't take this the wrong way, Godwin. But Henry has to be stealthy, and you'd just get in his way. What's more, we need to search our tower, find von Berghoff's orders. No, I was a lad. I made a bet with some friends that I could run all the way down the Devil's Slope without stopping once.
We'll wait for them to arrive. And then, you'll stay here with me. Or am I wrong? When you spend more time with Kubienka, you'll realize he's not doing it on purpose. He's just a prick.
I'm not afraid of anyone but God Almighty.
I hear something.
Someone shot him? Someone who can hack me in the face. Won't have any difficulty with that fucking Hungarian midget. Someone has to. And I'm in no state to do it myself.
There's bound to be quite a banquet there, so they'll be all right for a while. And once they get out, they'll have other things to worry about.
Not likely. Don't let them take the gate!
There's no time to waste.
Don't fear the enemy! Are you waiting for me to die of old age, coward? They can't get to the gate! Not one step back! Stand your ground!
I don't fucking know. That bastard was pretending to be on our side.
Well, depends on how you look at it. We were storming a wine cellar, you see.
Of course. There's no other way.
Right.
Janosch said they were going on about something like that. Forget about promises like that next time.
What do you think? Back to Hungary, of course. Fucking hell. Now that's a man. Fucking hell, now that's a man. I like the sound of him a lot more than a lot who've settled into Devil's Den. What's the matter with you? You seem down. Well, you'll see for yourself. But now we have to get out of here first.
We wait. We'll position ourselves on the flanks, and when they pass, we'll attack.
Keep your eyes locked on what's outside the castle. If you need to shit, you'd better let it drop from the walls. Robbing the dead may be a sin, but I'm sure Father here will turn a blind eye. Everyone else, come to me! Otto von Berghoff is the key to Wenceslas. Freeing the king is worth a few lives, even innocent ones. Lord Hinek of Kunstadt, Burgrave of Znojmo Castle, a great warrior, and at this moment a guest of the Lord of Suchdo. Sir Peter of Pisek, Mint Master to King Wenceslas himself. A very important man. What were you thinking? Everyone has their hands full preparing for Malashov and you disappear. Well, well. The worthy gentleman has finally deigned to join us.
The plan is simple. Hold on. You really sent them here? I thought they were just making excuses.
What are you waiting for, you wretch? See how cocky he is, Catherine.
Come here, Henry. We need to talk about the attack.
Come on, then. After me. Let's go. Everyone to me. The last few weeks we've been sharing dry bread and stewed peas with a horde of dirty warriors. Listen up!
So, Kubienka, take half of the men and go over there. The rest will stand on the other side.
We don't look too impressive, that's true. but I'm hoping Dry Devil will put in a word for us. The Pragas know it'll take more than brute force to get the better of us. Now they will try deception. I wouldn't let anyone put their filthy heads on my most loyal sister-in-arms, would I? Shh, not now.
She was asking about you, mainly because you were going. She doesn't seem to like the rest of the group very much.
He said he wants to get some sleep. With any luck, the lad will find him in bed.
We split into two groups. One will go underground and wait till the other group, who'll disguise themselves as Italians, gives the sign where to dig.
Quick! Down from the walls! We have to stop them! Quick, Henry. Reinforcements will be here any time now. Occupy this place quickly! Kill any man who doesn't surrender! Come here quick! Hurry!
You know where you can shove that kind of talk. My plans were always foolproof. Till I met you. Considering how much coin he promised them all, I reckon they'll do everything they can to make sure we get out alive. Credit where credit's due. He really helped in Malishov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. We'd have dropped like flies if not for his men.
There's not a damn thing we can do about it. Damn it, lads, get a move on. We'll never make it to Devil's Den today at this rate.
They're amassing an army to face Sigismund and liberate Kuttenberg.
Finish the fucker off! Knock those ladders down before we're flooded with Pragas! I heard reports that Ladislaus of Naples disembarked in Zadar and declared himself king behind Sigismund's back. Do you hear me? We gotta get rid of those archers or we're fucked! They're trying to hack through it! They're trying to take the gate! Stop them!
I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got here, it was like a pigsty.
That's right! Drive those horsens out!
It's enough to talk to Rutard.
There'll be a guard posted at the tower and the gate at all times. No one may leave their post until someone comes to replace them. Shooters! Stay on the walls! Take down those bastards at the gate before they break in! That would hit home!
Here, we'll load it onto the wagons and get it out of the city as quietly as we can.
It's ours! And now take cover behind the wagons! Hear me? Behind the wagons!
It's not far from here. Start getting ready. I'll get a wagon.
Go to hell!
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without his Mintmaster's key.
What's it to be? Are you gonna fight or drop dead? Now get to work!
Hop onto the wagon then. You'll travel like a lord.
Good. To the task, friend.
All right, we're done here.
We at least took a wheel off. It looks less suspicious, and the convoy will have to stop anyway. Dismount! We're here. I hope our journey doesn't prove to be in vain.
That's what I like to hear! Hammer them!
So get going. And try to get there sober, all right? I can hear the Dry Devil's drunken babbling all the way up here. Hold on. Everybody should be hearing this.
Come on! Let's see what you're made of! This is how we fight in Trotsnov!
Jobst will surely be very interested in our prisoner, von Bergov. I think the devil actually saved our necks.
So, we still have the hardest part ahead of us. Now's our chance to turn the tables.
It's too late to back out now. He has no nickname? Really? Nice shot. You mean he can see in the dark?
I seriously doubt that the fare you offer could offend us.
Quiet! Wait for your orders!
With that, the trap will have been sprung, and von Berghoff will be left with just a few men at the castle. We'll make quick work of them.
Everyone except Godwin, who's going to pose as the Cardinal. And Janosch, Capon, Brabant, Adder and you. You'll play Godwin's retinue.
That would be a costly trap even for the royal coffers. To withdraw an entire army just like that.
That was the last one!
That's what we call this one really steep hill. Once you started down it, you either had to run all the way to the bottom, or tumble all the way there.
That was part of the plan.
Getting hold of the orders he got from von Berghoff would also come in handy.
Look what I managed to find. A true march of the maimed. If they had to cut down a tree, they'd chop off their own limbs.
Have this for your effort!
I don't know. His uncle has a reputation for being a pinch purse. Do you know him, Henry? We'll find out soon enough. The main thing we have to hope for is that the local lord will even receive us. We'll find out soon enough, but I hope Dry Devil vouches for us.
Absolutely not. We're all going through the passageway, no exceptions. You think you can scare me? Not a chance!
Like here, on my other arm. A groom hit me with a crossbow nearby Jitchin. The boy was nearly 15. Poor fella. The fortress of Lord Pisek, mint master to King Wenceslas himself.
Ha! Can't do that, can you?
Certainly. As soon as Jobs sends the last of Sigismund's lackeys packing, Ruttard and the others will return to power.
I'm sure that'll be a pleasant change from that lot who've settled into Devil's Den.
The victor is the one who doesn't shit himself.
They're getting ready in the outer bailey to ride out.
How did it go? Any trouble? Die, fucker!
Trust me, you'll sleep a lot better.
Get that information out of him at all costs.
I'm not surprised. If I know him, he wasn't the ideal guest.
And? The rest?
At them, everyone! Smash them! Everyone here! The rest of them are going to attack us! Get ready!
Everyone, follow me.
Don't leave a single man standing! Not yet, but they will be soon. Ruttard and the other lords are going to Podiebrad. Take down those axemen!
Start with Brabant. Maybe you can manage Italian better than Ada.
Not people, the enemy. Remember that. I landed on my head and cracked it open on a stump. An inch or two off, and I'd have lost that eye.
While he was sticking his fucking nose into our affairs, back home someone torched his throne right under his arse.
You, Capon, Brabant, and Ada will play the rest of the retinue.
Eat dirt, yokel! Ask him yourself. He's with the others in the courtyard, already boozing it up. Try to surprise them somehow! Otherwise, we won't get out of here!
Don't worry, we'll get to that, if it's not too late.
Something wrong? You look a little tired.
And right now, that's the Hungarian. Is it much further? You fucked up with that bridge! All's not lost, boys! We still have that cannon! We just have to hold on! Hold the line! Don't retreat! Shoot those bastards! For Christ's sake, get on with it! Shoot! Shoot now! Sigismund is riding roughshod over the country, so the people are cautious. I can't blame them.
So, what should we do then? Just give them the silver along with an apology? And now the other thing.
And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
Sam! Ada!
But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress. A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit. The less time I spend with a Margrave in one room, the better. Up to our ears, Sir Hans. Up to our ears.
Beat them back! They mustn't get to the gate!
We're still holding a prisoner from our last clash. Dry Devil will interrogate him.
Defend the walls! We have to hold!
May God be with you. Not really. So, have you settled in here? A priest in such a den of iniquity? Maybe it's still too early. I'll say. But if you'd like to stretch your back or think back on Trotsky, I'm certain you could find a suitable branch to hang yourself on. Oh, it's a miracle at least a handful of them survived. I'd say that's a reason to celebrate. Those few days following your treatment, I thought I'd pluck it out of my head myself. It hurt like hell. You could have had a completely different life. Quiet, ordinary. I don't want to keep pouring potions into me. It'll soon get better on its own. Definitely. The very fact I didn't kill you the instant you touched me testifies to my gratitude. Do you ever regret it? Joining us? All right then, sorry. Humor is not one of my strengths. Fine then. I'll try to cool them down a bit today. But I don't think I can keep them absolutely silent. More about how they almost slaughtered us all in the Barkov. I can still hear those people's voices in my dreams and see their faces. Now it's all good. But I'm no longer as handsome as I used to be. Don't you find me revolting? I was thinking everything over last night. About everything that's happened recently, pretty much. You could have... We need to find out where to focus our attack in the village. There's something else I want to discuss with you.
Take cover! Someone grab those stones above the gate! What do you reckon? They've caught a whiff of that silver Sigismund's promised them. They don't want to go home with empty purses.
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
It's hard to say.
His armor might have taken the brunt of the force, but it was a good hit nonetheless.
I'm giving them my best men. That'll have to do, friend. Let's go, men! Clean things up here!
To the task! These walls will not fall!
At them! Spare no man! Attack! Cover! Get behind the wagons, quick! Take cover! Help will soon arrive from the fortress, and then we'll storm in there like a fox into a chicken coop.
I should say so.
Shit! What the fuck went wrong? I always expect trouble. Yobst has turned coats more times than I can count. Ha! Looking at you, I've no fear of that. Besides, how do you know how old I am? Hey, men! What's up with that fucking bridge? Hey, Henry! Over here, quick! Hey, Henry, quick! Good luck. Are you surprised? I'll watch him. Don't you worry. How long do you think it'll take them to figure out what's going on here?
If someone gets close to the entrance, drop one on his fucking head! I don't care what you do with him. I just want answers.
I don't care whose fault it was. We have to think about what to do next. It's bad.
That's it, fellas! Knock down those ladders!
Henry, come here quick! We have a problem!
First of all, your men. When I put you in charge, I was expecting more from you.
Aye, and we're holding the battlements on the tower. But they got into the lower castle. Aye, us Cyclopses are good at frightening women and children. And I could do without that gift.
They're only here because they expect easy plunder. But we won't give it to them without a fight. Every armed man, get to the walls!
Anyway, it's not my eye that did it.
The penalty for rebellion is death! If anything happens, I'll send for you.
The lass is right.
Cover yourselves! Cover! They're shooting us like fish in a barrel! We'll do nothing of the sort. We have a moat, a palisade, and sturdy walls. It won't be easy for them to take this fortress.
We've got a spot of bother here!
You're right, go then. I'll have a messenger sent and discuss the fortress's defense with Peter. We can't afford any great losses. In short, keep a closer eye on your men. A dead Praga is a good Praga! We must send a messenger to Jobst and our allies right away. If they lay siege to the castle, we'll need help.
I thought we'd sorted all this out. He's no saint, not by any means. But he is an ally of the king, and my friend. I don't think the poor bastard who was guarding us will need his stuff anymore.
To the walls! Go! Kurva! At them! What's wrong? You got your orders, follow them.
Our boys are getting hammered. We've got to get to their aid, right now! Can you give it a rest? I don't need you insulting him before I get a word in.
Don't give those Prague bastards as much as an inch! We don't need anyone. We have a strong position, and if we hold it for long enough, the Pragas will retreat. Wait, Henry. The Lord of Pisac wants to have a word with me. Nonsense. I know you, Henry. It's just that... Don't lose heart! They'll turn us into pincushions before we even get to them!
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Ratai. I only know what I've heard about him. They can wait a while longer then. First I have to fix myself up and tell Catherine to prepare the horses.
Seriously? Remember what it looked like in Nabokov. If they had prepared for that attack, they would have swept us away.
A damned rusty one, I'd say.
Those bastards are going to plunder the village!
It's almost your time. You need to sneak quietly over the wall, youngsters.
Come here! I need your help! We need more time! Watch out for those ladders!
That's the thing! He's no fool! How do you think God will like that, Father? Well now, you're full of surprises, Godwin. Is this your divine way? You're a piece of work and no mistake. That's one brutal way to deal with things, Father. There's not much you won't stoop to, eh? Say what you like, just don't go bugging the devil. At least for a while. That's all I'm asking.
They're trying to smash through the gate!
Don't worry, he can cope.
Archers! Take your places! Well, we're in a better position than we were the last time we faced the Pragas. Come here, Henry!
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
But thanks to Hinek's provocations, they rushed their attack.
But that's how it goes. That's the price we must pay for apprehending that fuck-off on Berghof. She's doing the right thing, and you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
I know. What I'm concerned about is how you'll do it.
That remains to be seen.
We can do it! Keep it up! We can beat them!
He might. To be honest, that's the only reason for talking to him. No, nobody asked him where he was going, but it seems they're hoping it's as far away as possible.
They're coming! Move your asses!
The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. Yet another one to meet an inglorious death. One day you're on top, and the next lying face down in the mud. Amen, brother. What a horrible end. Croaking like that. Close the eyes and amen.
2 things, actually.
I appreciate it, but this is not for you.
Let's go! Quick! Forward! Forward! Kill them all!
Not that I want to contradict, but I think there might be another reason.
Up and at them! Kill them to the last man!
Take that, you fucker!
For King Wenceslas! Hold on! Kill them all! Kill a lot of them! Kill those Prague fuckers!
Peter, you know we have ample supplies here.
Stop them!
We'll hide on both sides of the road and ambush them. Exactly. Off you go. No time to waste. You can ask him yourself when you see him.
And believe me, that's exactly what we're doing. It's just not as simple and honorable as we'd like it to be. And if it weren't for you, half our men who are now rotting beneath the walls would still be breathing. And just in case, we need to know escape routes from the town. We also need to work out some details of our plan. The devil likes killing a bit too much. But he did what he had to do. Time was at stake, and so were our very lives. What do you think? He'll stay here. Pisek will watch him and keep him company. What's done is done. The devil got his ass kicked. The peasants still have a roof over their heads. We need to know how the court runs, and then what we'll load the silver onto, and where we'll take it. In your place, I would have kept my mouth shut and done as I was told. Well, he may not be as pretty as Rutard's daughter, but he could get some more useful information out of him. You can't get over that burned-down village, can you? Do you see the devil repenting and asking God for forgiveness? No. Then don't beat yourself up about it either. That Rutard passageway will help us. But it's only the first step. Look, I know you probably imagined yourself heroically saving the king and protecting innocents. Tell that to the dead. If only you'd let the devil do his job, there'd be a lot less of them. Ah!
But what you're proposing isn't courage. It's foolhardiness.
Or are we gonna drive them out in shame?
Get him onto the wagon. Now, Parley, you'll see. Ah. Ah! 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 As for you, well, we'll see about you. Now I think I want to have a chat with you. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother! But I can only pay for it with iron. At least then we wouldn't have to listen to your blathering.
The gate's wide open.
To the task! Mind the door. No one gets in or out. Yeah. And Henry's going with us. Hinek. Hinek, you fucking moron! Ugh!
I will get those fuckers.
In fact, I will go further.
As one does.
It's only a matter of time.
First you're on top, and then you hit the bottom. You just wait. They're going to be fighting over your Polish arse. Sure, but we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
What took you so long?
Who would have thought back in the Barkov how things would turn out? You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that. And it is better to have your head on your neck and your foe on his knees than the other way around. We have what we came for.
Everyone breaks under torture.
In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Anyway, I think we're all done here.
To Suchdal!
I wasn't expecting them to move so fast.
No. Telling you, Dry Devil is a hell of a marksman. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum. And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. Hey, remember von Orlitz! A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists! Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. Go to Kuttenberg, find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. I have an important message for your guest, Hinek of Kunstadt. Actually, for you two. You're good. So, let's go. We'll all end up dead like this!
We don't want any hot-headedness here.
This is a raid, and you are my prisoners.
Your crossbow.
With pleasure.
You are going straight to hell for that.
We're not dead yet.
I've just had a very interesting chat with this Capon. And your Ishtvan. See what the bastard is plotting. Enough! We'll move further back inside. Well. This is quite a turn-up. And he's planning to crush the resistance. While he still can. What is it, Eric? I'm busy.
Just get it over with.
Come on! Let's get out of here before they break through!
Shit. I'm not done with you yet.
I hope Hanush has enough coin to pay the ransom for you. Throw him in the cell with Nebak.
I'm sure you'll get on just fine together.
Henry! Wake up! Are we all here? Kobienka, you saw him fall?
Looks like you know how to use a blade. Margrave. We have to warn them. What? Did you think I'd have you tortured like you did to me?
Supposing we take a look at Sigismund's letter.
We need your help. What's he talking about?
Mount up, everyone. We're leaving. Go and wait for me in the tower. Load up the wounded, and anything of value, you're ready to leave.
If you help me, I'll let them go. So that's why you were so keen to avoid that battle.
Don't feel so bad about it, lad.
Don't worry. I'm sure it doesn't look half as bad as it feels.
You fucking killed him, you great Polish orcs!
Hungary?
We'll see about that. I can see Prague colours. Everyone away from the wall.
Sigismund is pulling out with his army. We lost the outer bailey.
Zizka, you wanted at the gate.
Rebellion! They're attacking!
Just now he's interrogating some captives.